What did you guys think of this movie anyway?
Sucked.
So
I hated it. Weak. Disqualified.
All right, you're not being cool.
you're not being cool, man.
Just another movie for the blue pill, gynocentric world.
Whoa.
Get the f out of here with that line. What the f was that? That like took me right out of the movie.
Just a bunch of beta chumps.
Yeah, it's very one note so much of the time.
God, Jesus Christ. Covered the whole movie. Welcome to Raised by Video, the movie podcast that is less about movie reviews and more about how many disgusting jokes we can fit into each episode.
Amen.
I am your host and savior, Matthew Doggett. I'm joined this evening by my literal brothers. We've got Andrew, the bad boy. Say hello.
Alrighty then.
Super bad. We've got Daniel, the mysterious one. Say hi to the people, Daniel.
Fonzie in here. Hey, what's up, everyone?
And we got Stuart, the heartthrob. Say hello, Stuart.
I'm the heartthrob.
Wait a second.
Hey,
Came
baby. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
You love it.
Our fans are really raring to go tonight. Good thing I'm wearing high waters because it's about to get sloppy wet in here. Oh, boy.
Oh,
Every day of my life, just got to wade through it.
Just wade through the juices. We all feel for you, man.
I had a woman throw her panties at me in the produce section of HEB today.
Damn.
It was crazy. Yeah. She's like, hey, it's you. You're not the heartthrob, but you're one of them. So here are my panties.
Because she heard you talking, and she's like, I know that voice. I come to it every night.
I was talking to the pineapples again, and that's how they always identify me.
They love that. They love that. That's how they know you're going to be a good father.
So do you imagine when we're on this podcast, when we're recording these episodes, that you're talking to pineapples? Our audience is pineapples?
No, that would
Okay.
be ridiculous.
Okay.
No. My audience is cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. Great.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's going to be all
Proceed.
melon jokes tonight,
Save
apparently.
me.
Some fruit jokes.
we're in a very melancholic mood.
Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant by juices? Fruit juices, right?
No,
Yeah.
vaginal
Exactly.
juice.
Very sticky.
That's what I was talking about.
What?
Oh,
You know,
I
when
was-
you get a woman aroused and, she starts spitting into her hand and then rubbing it. If you're a first-time listener, if you're a first-time listener to the show, you need to know some stuff. So listen up. We take turns hosting this show, right? And we all kind of do things our own way. So tonight's my night, and I just got one thing to ask of you. Stop your grinning and drop your linen, because it's time for Raised by Video. Oh,
Let's go.
Amen.
very good.
Who's in a very Ace Ventura mode today. I like it.
trying to fill time,
Keep
I
it
guess.
He's my spirit animal.
Before we go on, I'd like to ask any relatives of ours to please stop listening right now. We like the facade we've created. We like you to think we're nice and polite men. This podcast will shatter that illusion. So please, for the love of Christ, stop listening right now.
The power of Christ compels you.
Did you hear that, Grandma? The power of Christ compels you to get the out of here.
Bye, Grandma.
I
Love
have
Bye, I love you so much.
exercised the relatives.
So in this episode, the Hard Boys Film Club will be reviewing a little 2024 film called I Saw the TV Glow. Written and directed by Jane Schoenbrunn. This is a movie about growing up and buying a new TV.
Super exciting. I was thrilled.
It's, yeah, man. It's an important milestone in any young person's life.
You can even call the TV your family once you buy
I
it.
know I do.
That's all you need. That's all you need. You can have sex with it. You can feed it breast milk from your own breasts. That's all you need. No, it's really a surrealist film about two teenagers who become obsessed with a TV show and struggle with their identities as they grow up. Now, before we get into our spoiler-free impressions, let me give my opinion of this movie. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Sometimes you see a movie so good, so powerful, so magical, it feels like you had your insides hollowed out by a shovel and replaced with kittens, cotton candy, and heroin. Sometimes you see a movie so mind-boggling amazing that you don't shit right for a week afterwards. And I Saw the TV Glow was not that movie for me. By the end of this movie, I had one thought. Oh, so A24 is producing student films now. Okay, cool. I'm just kidding. I give it a hard time, kind of.
Matt's shitting normally is what he's trying to say.
There's no such thing as a normal shit for me. Never do heroin, kids. Your sphincter will never be the same.
They all look like the ice cream man in this movie. All of Matt's shits look exactly like the ice cream man from this movie. I Saw the TV Glow. It's a mixture of creamy vanilla and soft serve chocolate, and
all melting together and screaming.
Yes, it's always screaming for some reason.
Bulging eyes.
he's yelling right at us.
Before I ask you guys, I'll say what Stuart said about Zone of Interest. This movie is too smart for a dumb idiot jerk face like me.
That does sound like something I would say.
I remember Stuart. I remember Stuart saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a direct quote.
Dumb idiot jerk face.
What did you guys think? What were your impressions? Drew, go for it. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free. Well, I do want to be soft. I'm a hard boy, but I want to be soft on this one. So I'm not going to rip into it like I do Zack Snyder's films, Michael Bay's films, or J.J. Abrams' films. May the demon.
You mean you're not going to call them masterpieces? Sorry.
Yes, that's how I rip into those three directors. Yes. Masterpieces of idiocy.
Oh my God.
In that voice. But with this one, with I Saw the TV Glow, I'm going to say, wow, this is possibly the most boring film I've ever seen in my life, except for maybe The Zone of Interest. Although that at least had human interest.
People are heathens.
Now all right, maybe not the most boring film, but it was pretty far up there. But see, that was like, well, I guess I don't think this is any spoilers. I think it was kind of the point of the film to be boring. But I don't know.
Every filmmaker
Possibly,
aspires to make a boring film.
Well, she succeeded in this one. I didn't. I have a mixed bag of emotions, and none of them are good about this movie. So,
is that technically a mixed bag?
Yeah, it's a mixed.
Sounds like a homogeneous bag to me.
It's a mixed bag of depression, surprise, anger, sadness,
flaccidity,
suicide. Yes, a little bit of
Jesus.
We just got demonetized on YouTube. Thank you very
can't
much.
say the S word.
mass murder,
hate crime. I felt a lot
genocide.
of hate crime.
wanted to take a crowbar and smash a cute puppy's head in after I saw this movie.
Whoa, too far. Leave the puppies alone.
Whoa. There goes Spotify.
Leave it to Drew to demonetize everything. Do you want me to keep going about my thoughts?
No.
Okay, here we go. Good.
Please, God.
No, shut the fuck up.
I'm getting sad.
Go to your happy place.
You want to get even sadder? Let's keep this episode going.
All right, goodbye,
hope you enjoyed
everyone.
the show.
See you later. That's
We're
the
gonna drink
outro
copious
music.
amounts of turpentine now. Bye-bye.
You know, this film had a weird vibe to it that I couldn't quite pin down. And I think that's the point, because it kind of plays with memory and emotion and questioning and fear and courage. And so it's a hard one to pin down, but I like that. I like films that challenge me to think about them, unlike you fucking reprobates. And so I enjoyed this. It was interesting. I think it's about trauma. Our two leads have sort of like are our two leads have sexuality that they're struggling to deal with and cope with and understand. And I think it was the 90s. Did this take place in the 90s?
Yeah. Starts in
Yeah.
96 and then spans a while. Yeah.
1996 was the first. Yeah.
96 was the first title card. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And you take for granted just how much of a different time that was for people in the LGBTQ plus community. And it's just so, it's got to be a terrible life, especially for a kid. And also we get into some other things related to the father figure in their house. But, you know, I like it because it pries open some emotions about childhood. I like it because it examines escapism and fantasy and delusion. So I enjoyed this one. It wasn't great. It wasn't a knockout thriller or anything like that, but I enjoy it, even if it was a student film. A24's first student film. I don't know if you knew that, but it was. Matt just said it, so it must be true.
Yes, everything I say is true. Remember that. All right, yeah, that's I could see that. We'll get into a further discussion of this. But right now, I just want first impressions. So, Stuart, go.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page with Dan. It definitely.
Oh God, of course you
took
are.
me.
We are. We're often on the same page, Stuart and I.
We often are. Yeah, it took me a while to get into it. It started off, and yeah, a lot of agonizingly slow. Or just scenes that take a long time to unfold, and a lot of it's kind of uncomfortable silence. And then, you know, as it went on, I kind of understood that's kind of the point, the angst and the awkwardness of youth for these two characters, struggling to fit into the world. And then by the end, you know, I mean, I finished it and I was perplexed, and I've been thinking about it ever since. So I can't knock it. Wasn't a thrill ride, didn't thrill me, but it made me think, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, it kept me up until midnight, the night I watched it.
Because you were watching it until midnight?
No, because I was just thinking about it as well. So we'll get into it, but I totally thought about it a lot too afterwards, Stuart.
All right, it's going to be a 2-on-2 smash fest. We're not going to have sex with each other, but we're going to, go head to head. Not with our dicks.
Head to head.
It's a smash fest is when demons and angels fight. That's all.
Well, then
Nothing
that's
nasty
what we're
about
going to
it.
do.
That's what's going to happen.
2 of us are angels, 2 of us are demons, and we're going to fuck each other. I mean, we're going to fight.
Someone might end up with
Let's
little creamy stuff dripping down their chin, but you know, it's just the way it goes.
Screaming. I have Matt screaming poop on my side, so I think we're going to win.
That screaming nightmare begins.
It's like, what's that Jay and Silent Bob movie where the poop monster comes up? It's just like
Dogma.
that. Yeah, Dogma. Thank you. Okay, let's get into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie, well, number 1, you're probably not going to know what the hell we're talking about. Number 2, we're going to spoil it for you. So yeah, take that into account.
And number 3, you can just
Don't
watch
stop
it
listening,
through us. Yeah, exactly. Just check it
Keep
out.
listening.
Yeah, we're gonna
Keep on listening.
Gonna tell you everything you need to
Let
know.
us tell you your opinions for you about this movie, and then you can go watch it and be like, you know what? Yeah, I agree with Dan completely. Dan is the smartest one here. I agree with everything he says.
The guy who
That's
talks
crazy.
the guy who talks to pineapples is the smartest one for sure.
I'm on a different wavelength, buddy.
Spiky wavelength.
There is an element of transcendentalism to this movie. We'll get into that. So, sorry, Matt. Lead the way.
Was David Lynch in this movie?
David Lynch makes an appearance in Act 5.
Oh wow, that's a lot of acts. Okay, so I don't want to do like a step by step for this because there's not a whole lot that happens in this movie. It's not a very plot driven movie. It's a very like vibes driven one, I think. But to sum things up, I'll give a brief rundown. Now, well, actually, first before we get into that, let's nail down the genre of this one. I was drawn to this one because it was supposedly a horror film, but I don't know. I don't see that. I've heard
What?
I've heard it. Yeah, that's what it said on HBO Max. It's like horror.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fantasy horror.
drama horror.
Some intern was like, "This looks like a horror. Looks like Poltergeist. Let's put it in horror."
There's this giant walking 6 foot tall screaming pile of white and brown shit. It's a horror movie.
For about
Turns
3
out it was
seconds.
yeah, 3 seconds exactly.
So what'd you guys think? Like, yeah, I guess drama is like surrealist drama or something is where my mind goes with this. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think drama.
Yeah, it's a drama, kind of a sci-fi fantasy drama. Although that element of it is
Sure.
kind of 10% of the movie.
I was gonna say, Stuart, yeah, sci-fi, because there are kind of two ways to look at, well, two perspectives to look at this movie. If you're looking just strictly at what's being shown on the screen and you're not just picking up the vibes, it could definitely be a sci-fi movie cloaked in a drama film.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
What the hell was
Bugs.
that?
Bug zapper.
No,
Shocking mosquitoes to death.
those poor mosquitoes.
Drew's on a mission to kill every mosquito in Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, I am. At least the ones in my
They are
house.
awful.
The devil's spawn.
The deadliest animal
You
on
know-
the planet, apparently.
Why? Because of disease?
Jesus.
People, yeah, dude, you could get.
Yeah.
Plus, they like fly into your eye and you crash your car. Can't
They
see.
fly into my mouth and I have to spit it out when I'm on my scooter and I crash into someone. I don't know. I didn't see who it was. I just got on the bike and kept going. But then I'm pretty sure they were dead.
Stuart, or Jesus Christ, Daniel is the bad boy. I take it back. He killed somebody with his scooter and just left.
Nice. You know it. Hey,
Hey,
listen to
yo.
me here.
Get the fuck
You
outta
you
here.
think you're a bad boy? I'm a bad boy. Come on.
I ride a
Oh,
scooter.
you want to fuck with me? Come on here. I'm also Italian, apparently.
You want to see what's between my legs? It's a scooter. Yeah. Hop on, babe.
That's all you got down there? Huh?
It's a 75cc scooter. What are you asking for here?
What more do you want? Huh?
I can get 30 miles to the gallon on
It's a
this
single
hog.
cylinder.
Hey. Oh. So this is the plot for the movie, the overview. In 1996, a young Owen meets Maddie and they bond over a TV show, The Pink Opaque. They develop a strange relationship where they don't really talk much, but Maddie tapes the shows as they come out and gives the recordings to Owen so he can watch them. 2 years later, in 1998, yeah, that's right. Okay, Phew, math. 2 years later, they get together again and watch an episode together. They've only watched one episode at this point. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But Maddie tells him that she's going to run away. She wants Owen to go with. Owen decides not to. Soon after, Owen's mom dies of cancer. That summer, Maddie disappears. The show is canceled. 8 years later, a miserable Owen is still living with his father, played by Fred Durst, by the way. Did you guys know that?
Yes, I did.
Not until the
Yeah.
credits.
What? I did not know
You know,
that.
he had this
shit,
part in the
holy
movie where he's like, it's just one of those days. You don't want to eat your Friday biscuits. Everybody's a meatyhead. Everybody can suck eggs. And that was how I knew.
Yeah, the very, very out of place scene.
Yes.
Well, we'll
It was memorable.
talk about the two music videos in the middle of this movie.
He was hired by Mr. Melancholy.
I don't know. He might have like a contract with A24 now because he was also in Y2K.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe someone over there is a
Interesting.
fan.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it's also takes place in the 90s. So
Okay.
very funny.
Wait.
Very funny role in that one.
Yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot in this one. I think you hear him talk like once, but he does stare
he
meanly.
Stares very menacingly. That was a creepy moment.
That was a
Yeah.
creepy shot of him,
Yeah.
like just staring with the light from the TV flickering, and he's just staring at what's his
Young
butt?
Owen. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just laughter and like clapping from the TV. Nothing else is happening on the TV, just laughter and clapping. It's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's eight years later, so I guess 10 years after the movie starts. Owen doesn't really have any friends. He works at a movie theater. Maddie shows up again and monologues at Owen for a while. There's a couple of music videos, and then Maddie disappears after trying to convince Owen to kill himself. She insists that this world isn't real and that their true selves are the two girls from the Pink Opaque show. She says that if they bury themselves alive, they'll go back to their real world and battle the bad guy from the show, Mr. Melancholy. Owen refuses. Maddie disappears. Owen continues living his miserable life, and that's pretty much the movie. At least I'm sure my view of this movie colored that synopsis, but yeah, that's anybody. What am I missing? Tell me, what am I missing?
No, you nailed it.
I mean, those are the big beats. But
yeah,
so
we're not
much
getting into the
so,
motion of the movie yet.
Right. So much of this story is told with the photography and the music. Music is a big part of this film, and the colors, performances. Yeah, there's a lot of subtext going on. There's a lot going on underneath the surface. One of the biggest examples, one of the most obvious ones, is where he's at a carnival, and his mom has a bandana around her head, and she's looking a little rough. And that actress did a great job, by the way. And there's a shot of her where she confronts him about like how he's feeling about her illness, her recent quote health scare, apparently is what she called it. And he is pinned in the lower right-hand corner of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
She's on a bench with her. She's pinned him there in the bottom right-hand corner of the frame, sitting on the bench talking to him. And there's all this fun stuff going on around him. But it's a moment that you should feel, your mom's dying. What do you feel? I mean, you should, but typically the average viewer, I would think they're communicating to us that we're going to feel upset about our mom dying, upset about a mom dying. That's a horrible thing to go through. But he seems pretty nonchalant about it. And she's really trying to tap into that unconcernedness of his. And she just wants to make sure he's on the right path, she says. But so much of this is his emotion is just communicated with this framing and all the activity around him. So it just communicated to me, this is a different person. This person is just built different, as they say today, as the young people say. And he doesn't process the world in the same way that other people do. Say the majority of people, I could say, or he doesn't process the world in the way many people do. So it was just I loved the photography in this movie. There's so many cool practical effects, and the CG that does appear, we'll get into this probably, is pretty effective. It's cool. It looks trippy. It's kind of veiled behind a membrane of like a video aesthetic, of video resolution, so it kind of works even at a low budget.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on that it was really effective, I thought, for a very, very low budget, for a student film budget film. But man, these two actors just killed it, especially Owen. That actor was fucking killing it. The teenage Owen. I was like, God, who the hell is this kid?
Yeah.
And how did this director get such good performances from everyone? I'm just so curious what those conversations were on set.
Yeah.
So,
before we move too much into this, I want to say that I had kind of a different take on that scene that you were just talking about. Like you said, fun stuff's going on in the background, but there was like a red light flashing behind them, and there's like screams going on from like a fun house or something.
I think it was like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
it's
got
true.
like
So there's that.
The different vibe. I was like, ooh, this is not a comfortable, this is bad, but I don't know. That's
Right.
just a small
Well,
thing.
but people go to those for fun, but in that context, it's kind of irritating and gross and scary. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And that ambiguity, I think, is what's really interesting about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just, he's kind of different. He's different. She's different. And we can probably get into why. It's they both have abusive father figures. We don't know what kind of abuse they've undergone. They're both escaping into a television show. So yeah, I totally agree. It's both scary and supposed to be fun. Fun for a person who isn't traumatized, but probably maybe a little scary for someone who is. So.
Yeah, fair. I forgot to mention that Justice Smith is Owen, older Owen. That's the actor. Bridget Lundy Payne is Maddie, and Ian Foreman is young Owen.
Nice.
So yeah,
Justice!
I feel like Justice Smith did a really, really good job. Bridget Lundy Payne, I don't know. Her acting kind of took me out of it at some points. It was like almost too over the top.
Yeah, same for me at a couple points.
Yep.
Okay, glad I'm not alone in that one. What about you, Drew?
Yes. Agreed with all of it. The
Great.
Justice was good, and the actor whose name you just said, who plays Maddie, her monologues put me to sleep, and also it was over the top.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit more of this, because like I did a little research on this afterwards, and I mean it's pretty easy to tell from the subtext that it's about these two people, one of which Owen is asexual, and
I thought he was TV sexual. On the bleachers, he's like, I like TV shows.
That bleacher scene was great. His performance was so good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Which he's like, I like girls, not boys. That's really cool.
You mean the only time he smiles in the entire movie until the very end?
Oh, really? Nice. I didn't catch that. Cool.
That was the only time I remember him smiling. He might have smiled other times, but yeah, I was like, whoa, a smile. Holy moly.
Yeah, exactly. That was
slap me around and call me Susan.
Part
the
of
boy smiled.
Why it was neat. It was like finally he's opening up a little bit with her.
He did open up
because he's like so shy and quiet leading up to that. Obviously, he's younger then. But then that scene, you finally see him come to life a little bit around his friend. The only other person who kind of understands him. So that was a cool scene, and it made me laugh. And he's like, "I think I like TV shows."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh man, I'm TV sexual."
It's like
that, dear listener, was a little sample of what we can offer you. What do you think, boys? Where should they go?
I'd say if you want more of that kind of thing in your ear holes, if you want us all four to fill up your ear holes
at the same time,
at the same time,
if you're into that sort of thing, if you want your head to be spit roasted by 4 people, okay, we can start over. Let's start over.
Go to patreon.com/raisedbyvideo.
Yeah, if you liked what you heard in this little clip here and you want to hear the whole thing, head over to Patreon. It's very, very affordable.
Or is it Patreon? Patreon? I have no idea.
Patreon?
Patronizing? Patronizing.
If you want to be patronized,
go over there.
For the low price of $5 a month, you can get 2 episodes a week. 2 full episodes with no freaking ads ever. We're never doing ads over here.
We're never going to read some ads. Or you can do a $10 a month and be at the Did We Just Become Best Friends tier.
We'll be your best friends.
We'll be your best friends. We'll have sleepovers. We'll do activities.
We'll do some karate.
We'll stick your toothbrush up our butts when you're not looking.
We'll stick your hand in warm water and make you pee yourself, and then we'll make fun of you because you peed yourself in your sleep.
Because that's funny.
And then we'll pee on you because that's even funnier.
What
else are best friends for?
Gonna pull your pants down in front of your crush. If you want all that, pay a low price of $10 a month. Humiliation and 2 episodes and bonus content.
That's 2 episodes a week.
Relentless, merciless hazing.
That's it. It's a great deal.
All right.
That's a great deal.
Peace out.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.
Bye-bye.